Oh, welcome back. We're still here.
What?
Man. Pipeline is going off. Rocky Cannon, Kainoa McGee bringing you the free surf action from Pipeline post day 3 of the Hui Backdoor Shootout. And, it's just really cool. We're going to keep the cameras rolling. There's more barrels to be had, more carnage on the way. It's inevitable at Pipeline, so why not?
Absolutely. They couldn't get rid of us if they tried.
No.
So we're here, and it's going to be an emceed free surf session. That is so freaking awesome. And the thing I like about this format is that there's more surfers out there, so there's going to be less unridden waves.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to see, the younger guys trying to, get the inside waves, cut their teeth on maybe some of the bigger ones. They're going to be frothing. You're going to see the veterans holding out in their parking spot, in their reserve spot, waiting for the bombs. I see Mikey Bruno, Mikey O'Shaughnessy. There's Kala Grace.
Party wave right here. Party wave. It's Waikiki Beach Boy action right there. Hey, look at all the people in the water.
Yeah.
After watching today, right, with just 4 guys in the water, this is just like weird.
Yeah, it's controlled chaos.
Looks like Pipeline. Well, it's controlled now until the cleanup sets come in.
Right.
Then it's definitely chaos at its finest and as uncontrolled as it gets.
But yeah, welcome to our Surfline broadcast of the free surf session at Pipeline on January 12th, following the Backdoor Shootout. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching the Hui Backdoor Shootout. We had Uncle Brian Amona on. We had Bethany Hamilton up here talking story. And, of course, with our good friend Isaiah Walker with so much to share about history, Hawaiian culture. We really appreciate all of you tuning in and checking out.
Party wave. That's how you get the broadcast started. That's how you know it's not a contest. Because that's the interference, and the guy in front is not going to make the contest. He's done. Thanks for your donation. You're done.
Yeah, and everything looks to be okay. Kala didn't have a frustrated look on his face. He might have known him. I don't know. But there are some days at Pipe, if you do that to the wrong guy, same thing. You're done.
Wrong place,
bye-bye.
wrong time.
Back to the beach.
Exactly. Hope you enjoyed the one wave you dropped in on me, because now you're gone.
That's it.
Bye-bye.
One and done. I want to say mahalo to Brother Jonathan Warren and Kevin Wallace over at Surfline. They are the official forecasters for the Eddy if it goes, as that wave just blew its guts out.
That was ridiculous.
Bruh.
You guys are so lucky. Surfline wanted to stay the rest of the day, because Rocky and I was talking about it. By the end of the day, emceeing and, even competing the other day, at the end of the day, you're so tired, so exhausting. People don't realize that, we're just talking for the day, but our emotions go up and down, right? Because we're passionate about this. We're mind surfing. We're thinking it's us out there.
Right.
And if it's not us,
vicariously through these competitors.
Absolutely. It's our friends and family, literally, out there in the water. And so we are nervous, excited, adrenaline spike, adrenaline drop. Everything's going on. At the end of the day, when you're driving home, all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I am freaking tired right now. And so the fact that Surfline saw that was such an opportunity to stay. I mean, they did this the first day as well. But look at that. Is this not Waikiki Beach? There's no way that's Pipeline, right?
That's just a whole other dynamic of people that wonder about surfing Pipeline. It is so competitive, even on that's Balaram Stack.
Look at.
You said it earlier. He's the guy having the most fun.
Look at him. Literally a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
And so this is the awesome thing about having this free surf show with us commentating, is that, look at this. After looking at empty water all day, people think like, oh, it's not that hard, da-da-da-da. But in order for those guys to be in the contest, they have to go through this crowd of 100-plus people out there. On the monitor, you don't even see half of the people that are out there. It's spread out to where the photographers are all the way now to second reef pipe. You don't even see the guys sitting past them outside. So every peak at Pipeline
Is
is occupied.
Yep, exactly.
There's no
And-
dead space, no empty waves, except the ones that are way, way inside that
Yeah.
you don't want any of anyway.
And there are some occasional mutants that'll work their way through that nobody wants a part of.
No,
But
not at all.
those are the waves that you see on your, commercials or National Geographic empty waves. But virtually every space is occupied at Pipe on a day like today. I see some.
There we
I see
go.
a
Look at this.
longboarder out there. I see a lot of short boarders. I saw some bodyboarders.
Here we go. Up and riding.
Oh wow!
Oh, super deep. Comes off the bottom, nice stall. Get a little chandelier on the end and then a pinch. That's what we've been talking about every day of this event is that's a wave here at Pipeline that bends out to sea. Oh, team. Oh!
What is the world are they thinking on that kind of wave like that? I mean, I guess they both got helmets and like body armor. They're ready for impact, but why?
But still,
Why?
like, I don't.
Oh, Mr. Mark Healy.
Heilemeister. That's him, cuz. Look at longboard way in. All right. Oh, that's Jamie.
That's a catch surf. And that's Mikey Bruno.
No, what? Oh, he was probably actually trying to double.
Ah.
Filming. No, got the GoPro on the front of the board.
Okay.
Because it doesn't make sense that those two guys would do that.
Right. They were
What?
looking for some kind of shot.
Yeah.
And,
Guarantee Jamie, oh, go.
we'll
I'll
have
shoot
to,
you from behind.
Might see him at Foodland later on and say, bro, what happened on that wave?
Wow, I'm not waiting to Foodland as soon as they come in the shower. What the heck are
Get
you
over here right
two?
now. I got to talk to you.
What are you two jackasses
That's
trying to do
funny.
out there? What are you trying to prove?
Oh, man.
We didn't even realize it till the replay that it was Jamie and Mikey. So, makes sense, but doesn't make sense. But look at the clarity of this drone shot. Like
Yeah.
you can see, and look at the clarity of the water with all the storms that we've been having. Like you can see everything just glowing right here. They're talking about it.
Yep, there's
Look at-
Mikey O'Shaughnessy, Wave of the Winter winner a couple of years ago, talking with Kala Grace.
That's so crazy that the drone is that close. That
Yeah, it gets
you
so
know what I
clear.
mean?
Yeah, you can pick out individual surfers with
Where
that
normally
clarity.
that view is not that close, that easy to call them out.
But yeah, Surfline also wanted us to let you guys know that tomorrow might be a little smaller, but we could have the Swell swinging around and potentially have more backdoor opportunities, which
Whatever.
the shootout is the namesake.
Exactly. Backdoor
And,
shootout.
A little bit of education from kind of what determines the pipe lefts and the pipe rights, a little bit of swell direction knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically 2 different types of swells will be ideal for each spot or each peak, I should say. Oddly enough, they're the same spot, but they don't take the same direction. So what we want is a big, strong, long interval west for the left at Pipeline, right, which comes around from Keaweula all the way from what's known as Yokohama Bay over here at Kayana Point and starts coming in at an angle here. And when it hits the reef in that angle, you see this angle right here. That's a west wave. And you can see on the end as it starts running, it bends back toward the surfer. And that's what the little bit north on the end creates. So those massive waves with those high scores, the 9s, 10s, and 11s, and even 12s, you're getting that bend. Just a little touch from the north. You don't want too much because then the whole thing turns into one big wave and closes out.
And
So-
sometimes if it's too much west, it starts bending back out to sea.
Back out
So
to
you
sea.
do need that little north help at the
Just
end.
a touch.
Yeah.
Just a touch. And then backdoor, you want a straight north.
Right.
But you want it to be mixed in with just a little bit enough of west so that they can take off on what would normally be the takeoff peak for the left
Or pipe.
and then go
And
right.
come this way.
And so how our surfers are backdooring Pipeline. Backdooring, right? Backdoor is the name of the right off of Pipeline.
But it's also a maneuver.
It's also a maneuver or a type of way to ride the wave. So we talk about backdooring the wave. if you look at a peak, it's kind of set as a teepee,
Right.
So there's a point in the
Yep,
middle.
that A-frame.
And then an A-frame, yes, and it tapers off left and right. So if you can take off on the left and go right, it's easier because it's not as steep as the original drop, which you see a lot of our competitors going over the falls, taking off in the peak of the teepee.
Right.
If you can fall in from the back, then it makes a drop a little easier, and that round part of the wave that gets all nice and super hollow, you don't have to work as hard to get through compared to being in the peak, falling into it, hoping you get in and not getting lipped and pushing you through.
It's a little easier drop and almost ensuring that you're going to get a barrel. It's up to you whether you're going to make it or not.
Absolutely.
But when you're in competition or when you're out, the point even of free surfing, not even in competition, is to get the deepest barrel possible.
Here we go. This is deep on the reef, but not a deep barrel. So as you can see, that one is really, really west. And you see the mountain range in the back. That's where we're talking about in Mokuleia. And you follow that all the way out to the beach, you get to the point, which is Cayena Point, and that's where this west swell is coming from. So oddly enough, as west as we want it and as north as we want it, you still need a touch of both just on the end, just to bend it to, one, make the wave deeper, the barrel more round.
More round, yeah.
Because if you don't have that little bend, like you said, it's just going to push out to sea, and that's the same for the right and the left. Right there, a bunch of the Hui security guys still standing by, making sure everything is all good. Oh, look at this one. Oh, Boogie got it on the end. Somebody took off.
Yeah,
and,
check out that crowd.
Way behind. Look at
It's,
Really?
and this is like, this is January, after the holidays. This is probably, a smidgen of the potential of how much more crowded it can get, especially if it was, no contest, 10 a.m., you'll have twice the number of guys out there.
Oh, absolutely, especially when the tour is in town.
Right.
So the tour also, along with bringing some of the top riders in the world, they bring the donkeys as well. And everybody wants to make a name at Pipeline. And
They want a piece
everybody
of the
wants
pipeline.
to be, yeah, bro, I surf Pipeline. It's like 10 to 15 feet today. Yeah, bro. But they're sitting at Gums. So, yeah, sorry. That's not really Pipeline. You're sitting in the channel watching everybody surf. If you said you paddled out and you're watching Pipeline, then that's true.
That'd be more accurate, yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so the forecast for today from Surfline was to see that larger swell in the morning favoring pipe a little bit more, and then as the swell kind of teetered off a little bit, backed off just a little, not too much. There was still choke energy when we came into this afternoon and right now, but we're seeing a little bit more backdoor openings coming into this afternoon sesh. So Surfline spot on with the forecast, and we're going to be standing by tomorrow morning early to see what the call is, and we'll be sure to let Brother Kaino know as soon as we can so he can start the commute.
I'll be here on time tomorrow, I promise. Today was an anomaly.
No, it's all good, bro.
So,
You guys
look at
come
here.
from
Paddling.
across the island
Two
to
guys,
be
one
here.
left,
We
one right.
appreciate it.
Oh, that guy just missed the lip.
And that was
Or the
a
lip just missed him.
huge wave. The drone shot, like we said, kind of, is
Distorts
deceiving
it.
of
You
the
can't really
angle
tell.
and how big the wave was. But looking straight on, that thing exploded 10
huge.
feet high, Hawaiian size. Yeah,
That's the thing.
double shotgun.
Oh, yeah, the Grom. Look, Dingo. Little Dingo.
Yeah, the pup. Couple of Aussie legends
So
right there.
cute.
Barton Lynch, Dean Morrison, two of the Hui Backdoor Shootout judges, along with Flynn Novak, all-star cast, calling the waves and scoring the waves for this year's shootout.
Aloha, gentlemen. Great job
All right,
today.
Bart,
We'll
Dingo.
see you guys tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow. Great work.
Shinpei-san.
Oh, I gave him the
Yeah.
holy shinpei.
Yeah, I heard that. So good.
Horiguchi.
I was like, I got to bite that. I got to use that. That's so good. It's totally perfect.
Shinpei was charging.
Grandmaster. Call him the Grandmaster.
The Grandmaster.
Yeah.
What's your thought on the helmets and, maybe their effectiveness or why don't – a lot of people ask, we always talk about the danger of Pipeline, and check out that replay. Oh, just slotted.
Right there, looks like Reef, but we know it's not Reef. He just
There's
left.
a Billabong on his board, but he did look like a Reef Junior.
Yeah, junior boy, for sure.
But you talk to people about the danger, and they're like, why wouldn't everybody wear a helmet?
Right, just like skateboarding, riding motorcycles, right? For some people, it's not cool. Like I don't look cool, or
Right.
I'm soft because I'm wearing it. My whole take on it is, whatever you feel comfortable with, go ahead and do it. I know I for sure wouldn't feel comfortable wearing a helmet. Like
I tried it a couple times early on, and it's
just putting
difficult.
it on before I even get in the water, I'm good.
It
throws me off. Yeah.
It does mess with the perception, equilibrium, all of that. But definitely for a lot of our friends, it saved their head from even more serious injury. But it's one of those things, like another topic, that we won't shame you.
No, not
do
at
what you
all.
do. It's your body, your choice.
Yes.
And take it as we go.
Like Makua growing up, Kai Rothman, Pops made him use one all the time.
Yeah.
He used to use it all the time. So for him, here we go. Nice deep one coming off the bottom, stalls, and it kind of, from the drone footage, it doesn't even look like pipe. It looks like a Bali type of wave or something.
Yeah. It looks like inside
it's
Padang
deceptive
or something.
because it looks like, it's so easy. Look at how nice it is out there. But look at that live.
That
does not look that easy here, looking at it right off the.
There's a stoked free
Yeah, he's
surfer.
stoked. And see, speaking of helmets, he's wearing an impact suit.
Right.
So it's basically a suit that's padded on the shoulders, on the chest, on the back, on the hips and everything. And I have one of those suits as well, and I've only used it once. And my reason for that is I don't want to get into a habit of not doing what I've done my whole life and then relying on it. Then when I'm not surfing with it, and then I forget that I'm not surfing with it, and then I do some stupid stuff that I would normally do with or without it.
Right.
But I'm thinking I'm safe, and if I hit the bottom, it's all good, and then boom.
It's one of those,
I'm not wearing my suit.
And when we've been doing it for this long, it's like, I ain't broke. I'm not going to try to fix it now. I've been, doing my thing, and it's been working out okay.
And
look at that. That was
so good.
Really well done, but just a little too
just ran. And so that's where that west meets the north, but the north doesn't totally bend. It runs away. And, and so that's the thing too, right? What I'm comfortable with is not using it. And I don't want to get in my head so much that, should I use my suit today? Should I not? Should I, so I'm to the point where it's got to, like 20 feet plus is when I'm going to put the suit on and the inflatable vest and stuff like that, the Patagonia or the Quicksilver Airlift. And much mahalo to Glenn Mankata and the Mankata Ohana. He got me one of those for the year for 2018 when I was invited to the Eddie. Like, I got invited. I had one gun, a 9.2 Kyoki that was shaped for Kyoki, who's my Chinese Hawaiian shaper who's like half my size. But the board looked so good, I thought, I'm taking this. Here we go. This is the wave we just watched from the drone.
Yeah, nice replay.
Nice. And he stalled because he thought it wasn't going to do that.
And then he had to pump and run.
And then it was too late because the wave was too small. If that wave was a foot or two bigger, he might have made it through with the pumps. That's what's crazy about that wave. Oh, nice fade on the bottom turn. I love watching guys do that. And use that to slow down to get into the barrel rather than trying to do a wheelie or, this kind of weird turns.
You're just always, at pipe especially, you're always just trying to find a way to get barreled. And that guy found a pretty nice way to get barreled, but just couldn't quite hold on. But every wave, you create this, like, miniature relationship or this temporary relationship for the whatever 5-10 seconds you're on a wave. And you're trying to get to know it so quickly in such a short amount of time, and it's unpredictable, and you're trying to, study it and all the nuances and what you've been watching, for years, and then you're finally on it, and you're like, okay, wave, how are we going to do this?
Exactly.
Let's make it work. I want to help me help you.
Yes. Help me.
Help me.
Help you.
Just
help me. Help me. Thanks.
Help me. Help me.
And so this is what I've always said about surfing or wave riding. I said, it's the hardest sport in the world. These guys play football, they play basketball, they play baseball. But when they show up to the field, the dimensions and the measurements are the same every single time. The rim is always 10 feet from the ground. The base is always 90 feet away.
Always,
right?
The
always the
always
same.
This wide.
The surfaces might be different, and you might have some wind and some rain, but they don't have tides. They don't have currents. They don't have swell directions. They don't have 200 possible more other people in the water, right? And then on top of that, like we've been talking all day, you got the warbles, you got the ridges, you got the water sucking up off the reef, you got the caves creating boils, which is basically a flat spot if you get stuck on it, whether you're paddling or surfing. So there's literally every variable of nature in Hawaii for surfing except for snow.
Right.
And then other places around the world, they got snow.
Yeah, you're dealing with cold water and all of that. But surfing definitely requires this either understanding, whether it's understanding or luck or, some kind of relationship to adapt to the ocean, try to work with it. You never want to be challenging the ocean or thinking that you're going up against it. As we check out that chameleon eye view, little pipe and backdoor.
Right and left.
From Salt and Air Studios, working hard overtime.
Right, and so you want to work with the wave,
right,
and in flow with the wave. And there's times on the waves where you're going to work against it because it's to your advantage. But for the most part, you want to be in the groove, in the motion, with the waves, with the surf. Here we go. Getting stuck behind. So you can see there's 1,000 times more people than were in the water today.
Yeah.
During the contest all day. And a lot of these guys out here are still good surfers, but you can see by the conditions, it's hard.
Yeah.
These guys all look like they're getting in the right places, but look.
He was dodging surfers paddling out duck diving. That's the thing. You're like an obstacle course. This is like the most dangerous driver's ed ever.
And it's not like an obstacle course. It's actually worse because it's a moving obstacle course, and they're always moving in the wrong way, which means they're always moving in front of you.
There's a
nice little double up inside.
First reef
again.
And, oh, man, almost got spit off his board, it looked like.
Well, he got sucked back again in that backdraft we've been talking about, and that's why it spits so hard so quick. Here we go off the bottom, trying to race, staying high, and then you see all the little refraction coming off the wave before it in the face of that wave as he's trying to ride through the barrel, which is hard enough as is. And then you get guys dropping in on you like that
getting
who
pounded.
don't know what they're doing, which is way obvious.
That's dangerous.
That's and like I said, the Mikey J.O.B. thing, that's friends, whatever, they're figuring it out. Right, but that kind of guy who dropped in, you can tell he barely knows what he's doing. You can tell because of all of your years of experience, you can tell who knows what they're doing and who's not.
Right.
When that guy took off, it was even if he was by himself. Here you go, watch. Like he's like, baby, what? Because if he knew what he was doing, he would have let go of that grab already.
Yeah, that was a little bit too late to be grabbing way down there.
That's gone.
His spatial awareness kind of gave it away.
He wasn't social
or lack
distancing.
thereof. He was
massive lack thereof. Not social distancing.
Here we go. Paddling for this one on the inside. This is a nice little ledger that
nice
hopefully will stay open.
And then stall. Again, right, that's where all these, he gets a second one. Perfect drone shot. Yes. Here we go. Doubling up outside. Oh, come on. Oh, my goodness. He made that. That was ridiculous.
Eli Hanneman?
It might have been.
Eli
that
Hanneman.
Wave was sick.
Give that man a hand, Hanneman.
I'll give it 2 hands. That's all I got. I give it 2 feet, too, like a walrus.
Okay. Here we go. On the outside. Oh, there's Wakita-san.
Wakita.
Still doing it.
That's the senior.
That is Wakita
That's Daddy.
Senior.
That's Daddy right there.
We saw Taichi Wakita Jr. I mean, you think of like, the bonsai, the samurai, the pipe warrior of a Japanese descent. He is a dictionary definition.
He's that. He's the only picture in the dictionary next to that.
Yeah.
Like true, like I said, the only person with a peak out there named after him.
Yeah, the Wakita
there's no
peak.
greater honor for a surfer. There, right here. Look at this.
Right.
So watch the stall. He slows down, gets some. That's pretty good. And then the second one right here, that was a nice So I was talking to my niece, Pua Makamai de Soto, right, and talking to her about if you want to stall. Oh, look at that! Oh, what?
Is
J.O.B.
that J.O.B.?
Oh, my gosh. He's stupid.
He's
Whatever.
on the
That's dumb.
soft
Somebody
top.
take that board away from him. Damn kids.
Damn
Oh, look
kids.
at this. What?
Oh! Carnage. Ouch.
Oh,
Make
my
sure he
goodness.
comes up.
Sorry, back there in the production truck. I tried to cover the mic. Was too late. Don't want to blow your system out
I
again.
gave him the one with the little extra coverage, too.
I need the big one, you know,
the
like
muffler.
the when they
Oh, yeah.
when they're recording, the big
Yeah,
round.
yeah. Oh,
I need
yeah.
one of those.
The big fluffy mic. Oh, man. Beautiful scene.
So sick.
So clear. You know,
I wanna see that wave again, the
lighting is not the
backside
greatest because of the flat lighting, but it kind of still
I
has
like
got its brightness.
Well, it adds an eeriness to it, which
A mystique, yeah.
yes, I like, because if it's all sunny and stuff, it looks too perfect, and then everybody thinks they can surf it. When it's gray and overcast like this, there's an ominous feel to
Right.
it. Like, you don't just jump in the water like, woohoo, I'm on
Yeah.
a pipeline. Yeah, no, it's not that simple. Here
I
we
see a little
go.
bit of sunlight
Clean up
shimmering
set.
through, but look at
Everybody's
all the
stuck
baby
inside.
turtles. All the baby turtles scrambling, just
Yeah.
hatched out of the shell.
Here we go.
Oh, the obstacle course. Here we go.
Oh, he just clears it. Nice. Oh, nice. Just got under
well
the lip
done.
here. More obstacles. Yeah, that's how.
Is that Gavin Beshin?
Looks like Gavin Beshin.
The Creedler.
That's the Misto. That's the Misto cutback right there.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Boogie.
Oh.
I'm not sure who this is. Just barely holding on. See if he punts it. Oh,
Oh, I
little
gotta say,
backflip. Wow.
in watching this,
All right.
you're the only guy I know, and I think you're the only guy in existence who's gotten barreled at this wave on a bodyboard, a shortboard, and a stand-up paddleboard. That's quite the accomplishment.
Hopefully a longboard soon.
And then
add everything I can.
yeah,
Screw
bro.
it.
Keep adding the crafts.
them all in.
Because
Foil.
that's impressive. Foil in the barrel. Oh, that was a nuts wipeout.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Watch
Mikey
this thing.
Bruno checking it out. He's like, no,
geez.
bro.
He's like, yeah, go, bro.
Yeah, go,
You
you
got this.
get him.
It's all you.
Oh.
There, you see that's that boil we were talking about. He literally just disconnected from the wave because of it. Here we go, looking at Gavin Beshin sneaking under, like literally trying to avoid. That's definitely Gavin.
That is Gav. Yeah,
Look at the
Gav. Right
stance.
on, bro.
So classic. Here's the Misto turn. Yeah.
Nice to see you, GB, getting a wave at Pipe.
Here we go. Oh, pulling
Man,
in outside.
I swear, that's Balaram
That's
having
Bal,
the
yeah.
most fun.
Exactly.
Captain fun. I swear, like, the surfers are going to crash into each other. The drones are going to crash into each other. Like,
Yeah, now
it's just
it's a
chaos.
free-for-all for the drones.
It's a free
bombers
for all.
for our guys. They're so used to having the exclusive air domination
Yeah.
that now they're
The
like
airspace.
every man for himself.
Controlled airspace.
Surprised there's only one more.
Mikey
Oh, look at
O'Shaughnessy
this.
and a rider at backdoor. Little split peak action. David's getting good at that.
Yeah, good follow along, right along. Oh yeah, everybody go left.
Oh, ouch.
Ouch!
Ooh.
And then that drives me craziest the most is when they
You-
drop
I-
in
you-
and they have
You're having a hard time
freaking
sitting
idea
in your
what they're
seat
doing.
right now.
and they're right in the way and
I look over and Kaido's just twisting and turning like, oh, clenching
Yeah.
fists, breaking forks.
little bit mana on that hungry action.
But yeah, it is, frustrating to sometimes see what the potential is for danger when you see that kind of activity in the water, let's just say.
It's absolutely unnecessary. That's the point to it is we've been here all day. There's tons of waves. And there's no reason why anybody should, one, be dropping in, and two, to be dropping in that close and
Yeah.
then going straight.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if you're going to drop in, well, you better
At least go give me
yeah,
room so I can try to get barreled too.
or get out of my way so I don't get hurt.
Or
because
get out
your
and
board
kick
comes
out.
at me. And that's the thing, like, you can watch, and you'll, I mean, obviously you've seen the best of the best today all day.
Right.
You know, and then you're watching this going like, oh, okay, we get it now. Because,
Yeah.
like, these guys are getting the same type of waves, but no way performing the same way. It's not even close. And there's mass separation between those at the top of the food chain.
The surfing food chain.
Yes. And those who are not at the top.
Yeah, maybe we could call it the wave chain.
Wave chain.
But,
yeah.
you know, even looking at that bodyboarder's wave prior on the inside, there is something to be said, though. If you're going to go out and be humble and try to find your spot, and
do that.
you can, it's so fun. You know, as a kid, obviously growing up here, those were the waves we were going for. But just as a recommendation to surfers that might, you know, want to take a chance, just pick your area carefully. But it's really fun getting those small 3-foot barrels.
I still do that now. I still do that now.
Oh man,
you know,
somebody just fell out of the sky.
They both fell. Again, dropping in and then falling in front of the guy. So imagine if the guy in the back didn't jump off. He would have ran into the guy falling in front of him.
Yeah,
like
totally
this isn't Waikiki, even though I was calling it Waikiki earlier.
No, I mean, it's like Waikiki on steroids.
We've lost friends already out here. People died. People die at Pipeline just surfing on a wave by themselves. When somebody drops in on you and then they fall in front of you, the likelihood of getting hurt are through the roof. You know, look at this. So he jumps, right? And then this guy, like, what? Really? Oh, bro, I didn't hear you.
You know, we got to make wetsuits with the kind of all the body armor with rear view mirrors, too. Sticking up off the shoulder.
Yeah, but they're not going to use them. That's the problem. It's like, you know, like if people are, oh, bro, I didn't hear you. I go, how did you not hear me? They can hear me from the beach.
Yeah.
You're right here 5 feet away. How did you not hear me?
That's a lame excuse. But one thing I will say about growing up and aspiring to be a pipe surfer and working your way up the food chain is that early on, you got to be a little bit, you know, crazy to go deeper and take off on the waves that other guys might not want. But you also got to have a good key eye. Oh, you know, like a strong, meaningful kind where somebody hear them and they, you know, it jolts them a little bit.
Absolutely.
So I did find that out too, and I had to channel, you know, from my paddling into some of these waves like, oh, you know, oh, sorry guys, I don't like yelling. Oh,
hey, that wasn't me. That was him.
Jeez, that was me. Sorry. Just trying to demonstrate some of the dynamics of being a successful pipe surfer.
No, and that's why I always say God didn't give me a voice to sing because I can't hold a tune to save my life or a note, but you can hear me in the water, and my voice was made for this.
Right.
And so you can hear me in the water. You can hear me from the beach in the water. So there's no way when you're taking off and you're dropping in on me, you didn't hear me.
I'm pretty sure I had some text
especially
messages
Pipeline,
from Kauai.
you're not taking off not looking back. There's never no one behind you at Pipeline.
No.
Right?
You're you're hardly ever the deepest guy.
No. and that's where I always try to sit. And still, there's always somebody deeper because they might be going right. And just what happens, the Wakita boat comes in and they want to go left and they're in better position. But the reality of it, in order to be the deepest guy out here, you're in the worst position you could possibly be. We got that surfer taking off, got barreled on the inside.
Oh, nice
there
one.
we go.
Yeah, you got to have a healthy quiver of boards as we watch Kala Grace.
Kala Grace, Ballaram Stack, 2 days, broke 4 boards. 2 in 1 heat, both times.
Oh, man, that was a great
he
attempt.
Went far on that wave. Look at, they're like, wow.
Sorry about it. I think that was Tai Chi.
I was in your way. Nah, no way. I wouldn't have made him anyway. Almost, but not. But that's where you can see, like, the person paddling out, he was stuck in a catch-22, rock in a hard place. Like, you can't go back, because if you go back and he decides to turn, then he runs you over. Or you go too far in front of him, then he runs you over.
Yeah.
Or you just stay where you are and hope he doesn't
hold
hit
the line,
you.
and hold the spot, and then hope for the best. And it looked like it worked out okay. Right. Everybody came up.
So perfect place, perfect time to bring this up. If you are the guy on the inside paddling, trying to get through the wave, do not paddle in front of the guy riding the wave.
Don't try to race him.
Don't race him. You're going to lose.
Oh, see
right there. So see, he turned himself totally sideways and even forward to get away from him. So he's allowing colada right of way and willing to take cracks. So this is the point. If you're paddling out, you're in the way of the surfer, you're in the wrong place. You need to sacrifice yourself, literally paddle behind them
Towards the
and most likely get your butt kicked, but that's what it is. If you're doing it right, that's what it's about. If you want somebody to do the same thing to you on your wave, then you need to do that as well.
It's better to be beat up by the wave than to get one of those surfboards in the face.
Board, fins. I mean, look at what happened to Zeke.
Yeah,
his own
fins,
board.
nose, so many sharp edges on the surfboard, and you ruin the guy's wave. So, and who knows what you're going to get after that for doing that. But it is a policy. The wave rider has the right of way. It should not be the wave rider's responsibility to dodge and weave. You guys, whoever, we all know growing up here and, surfing etiquette, paddle towards
the white water.
Behind
the surfer.
Give the right of way, because if you're, like we said, if you're trying to race him to the shoulder, he's surfing, you're paddling. You're not Michael Phelps, bro.
Yeah, and even if you were, still wouldn't beat him. He's the greatest of all time. A little
nice little grab on the inside. Good tracking with the drone. I mean?
Look at this. Another double up coming outside. We got a boogie taking off. Oh, nice. Oh, not enough. He didn't.
Little too much stall. And
not enough
couldn't
elbow.
Re-engage.
Oh, he needs more elbow. Stick more elbow into that rail to engage the rail so he doesn't slide down into the lip. So he slides down and stops right before the lip and then pops up. Oh, look at this. So deep. Oh,
he tried to make the doggy door last-minute decision.
Way too late, but that's how it is. Sometimes you're like, maybe I can make it. No. And then you're straightening out and you realize either way you're
it's
screwed.
Split second.
Right. And then he might have actually been safer through that doggy door because he could have came into that oncoming section, which sends him into the reef. So.
I might have thought we're watching obviously from the safety of the booth, but I might have thought he had a chance to just drive forward and potentially bust through, but we'll leave that up to the rider.
Bust through, if he could get through that first section, the first section or of that last section of the wave, he would have been in a safer place because he would have gone away from the impact zone. But luckily for him, doesn't look like he got caught inside and isn't getting the rest of the set on his head. And that's always an issue when you take off that far back and then you don't make the wave. It's not the one you're on. It's the one that's behind it.
It's got this weird, like with the flat lighting and the clouds. It like almost looks like they're surfing in an inner arena, like indoors.
Like I said, it looks like Bali or something.
It's like all
it looks
glassy,
all easy
no
and
wind.
fun.
Yeah, like.
And then we peek out into reality and okay, no.
I'm watching from the drone, like, oh yeah.
Oh, hey, easy, Bob. Maybe the old guys can try.
Yeah,
we got this, Rock.
Oh man.
And that's why I said it looks so weird looking at it from a drone because it flattens everything out, so you don't
see that
how gnarly it is. Like watching here when I was on earlier, my last sit down with Isaiah, he said he went down to the beach. Oh, here we go, taking off deep, and he sat on the beach on the sand and watched the women's heat, and he said, it's so much gnarlier down there. Your eye level with the water line, not necessarily the wave itself.
Right, not the line up.
Yeah, we're looking down
you're at
or
sea
straight.
level.
We're eye level with the wave.
Right.
When you're at sea level, you're looking straight out. You see the trough. You see the peak. You see all the crazy rip inside and all the reef exposed and all that craziness. He said it changes the experience. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, there's Mark Healy. Having a good experience.
His first
to start
goal
off.
So far looking like, oh, yeah, Reaper. See the Reaper stand. He went like a stance on us right there. He went, cool, Kiai Warrior.
Classic.
That's so good. And that's the thing, like guys like us, Mark, the normal pipe guys, we're so spoiled that, for some guys like, oh, bro, I got that wave at pipe. Yeah, I was in a great barrel, but I got one there. That was sick.
That was nicely done.
Here we go, Mark Healy.
Gliding, rolling in.
Yes, that's where I sit.
That's the kind I like.
The kids can have the under the ledge kind of stuff. Here it is, the best part coming out. Get it, dog. Show him. Oh, he just missed it.
Oh, look at that
live.
one.
That's live. Nice.
Is that Tai Chi?
Look, could be.
Let's get a drone close up.
Oh, cut us off. Said, yeah. No. You like see, okay, bye. Awesomeness.
Mahalo to Surfline, our official
absolutely.
forecasters, and
So stoked
bringing us
and
this
honored
live
to be
action.
here.
And, you know, they're the official forecaster for the Eddie Should It Run. So we'll
Oh,
keep
here we
you
go.
posted on that potential.
Oh,
We
yes.
got epic conditions right now.
Sick.
I think that was Jake Maki. He was up here frothing on the Volcom deck.
All day.
Waiting all day to get his chance.
That's why at some point, probably in my late 20s, early 30s, I decided not to come and hang out and watch a stupid contest all day. And here I am doing it again anyway. Nice barrel there. Here, this is the one.
Yeah.
Oh, just
super
gone,
deep.
buried. Chandelier, boom, opens up.
Nice.
So sick.
Stoked. Oh,
Right here,
here's
pumping. Ooh, big closeout. Get out of there.
Big closeout. But even the next swells into next week, we could be putting on some
Yeah, look at this.
free surf live
JLB,
action.
when he got his
And
shortboard.
why not? When you're watching guys like Mikey O'Shaughnessy shred.
That's Mikey Red. Wow,
So there's a big
funny.
swell next week, Wednesday, and I mean, there's still plenty
We're
swell
going to be
coming
here,
in.
right?
We could possibly be here.
Yeah,
Yep.
possibly
so
be here.
that
Not
will
for the shootout. It's a secret. Another thing. We'll tell you about that later. Actually,
we could be doing more of these pop-up live
Yes.
sessions throughout the winter, so we'll keep you posted. And mahalo for Surfline for a fun idea to keep,
great.
you know, folks that can't be here in person, at least they can feel like they're here, you know, with
In
us
spirit.
on screen in spirit, and we bring them the, you know, commentary, the knowledge, the fun, you know, the banter that we get going, and hopefully we'll keep this rolling.
Looks like you're just hanging out with a bunch of your friends. It's all nice and mellow, and then look at it, what it looks like live. Like, it's so gnarly looking. Like, that is like so beautiful and so perfect and so easy.
It looks very
looking.
serene.
Very perfect wave there. Perfect word. Serene.
Here we go. Check it out. Backdoor.
Backdoor. Stalling off the takeoff. Avoids the chandelier. Keep going. Okay, kick out and paddle really hard.
Oh, man. He's got to paddle hard.
Me, no. That never works for me. I always think I just might make it, and I just quite don't. Always just right at the A.
Well, we're going to take a short break and have a word from our sponsors, and we'll keep you guys posted on what's happening. While you tune in right after that commercial break, we'll be right back with more live action here at the Bonsai Pipeline, North Shore, Oahu.
Got a large, long period swell heading towards the White Islands this weekend. We get a 60-foot face of an exposed spot.
Alrighty then. Jamie O'Brien, J.O.B. there on that last ride. We'll probably see a replay of it coming up. You got Kainoa McGee here and Rocky Cannon. Welcome. Thank you for joining us for this extended version. Look at this right. We want to yell, but I think we've already both broken the system. Getting all excited and yelling.
He was traveling in that one.
Absolutely. So this is a Surfline free show. This is basically the after party
of
the Hui Backdoor Shootout.
You got that
in
right.
memory of Duke Paua Kalani. So Rocky and I here talking story till probably around 6 o'clock or so, right when it gets too dark to film. Oddly enough, it's kind of been gray for the past few hours, but it's not getting darker yet.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing to note, that we have this kind of soft, kind of flat lighting, but a little bit of sun peeking through, but still very clear and highly visible. Super good fun. Check out that grab rail, bro. Just putting it in the pit.
See, and I've never been really
out.
good with that because,
oh yeah,
see? Do not race the surfer.
Obstacle
you are
course.
going to lose. Oh, look, Jack Stance, brah. J.O.B., Jack Stance. Look at that control, like with the stall. Everybody realizes, like, that's a Odyssey, right? That's a soft
top
board.
Yeah, and the fins are
flexible, soft, rubbery,
malleable.
flexible things. Oh, doubles.
Backdoor stuffing.
I can tell you that wasn't a planned doubles. Backdoor wave.
Yep. The surfer behind got a healthy serving of stuffing.
And the guy in front still didn't make the damn wave.
Nope.
Was there anybody who dropped in that actually made the wave when they dropped in today?
Pang. Maybe. Could be. I'm not sure. I don't want to.
Oh,
I don't want to
put it out there to be
accuse anybody.
Don't. Oh, look at this.
Oh, that's a drainer.
Come on.
Drainer. Killing it. Bruh.
Oh, my goodness.
Somebody from Team Quicksilver.
Oh, my goodness.
He's feeling good. City and County Lifeguards, mahalo for your diligent work each and every day.
Absolutely. That
Working
looks like Tal Hanneman, I believe.
Yep.
Look at this. So deep, so far behind. He's in the barrel bottom turning still.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect job with the drone there. Look at, got to look back at the beach right here. Oh, but you guys didn't saw that. You guys didn't film that? You guys film me in the Surfline show, huh? Yeah, I stay on top or what? Oh, but you're the superstar right now. Oh, that was
man, you're
beautiful.
cracking me up over here, kind of. It's good fun.
Hey, been too long, bro. Been too long. Good to be back.
Remember,
we used to do this every year.
Yep. And
without fail.
Hopefully we can, start.
Yeah, hopefully COVID doesn't stops doing what it's doing.
Again.
Yes.
But
at least normal-ish. We can have events and have fun and
right.
say hi to people and hugging and kiss them. And, yeah, I know there's a spike in Omicron and all that stuff, but that's always going to happen. If you separate people so that nobody gets sick, when you put them back together, eventually they're going to be sick because now they're in contact with more people.
Right.
So it's going to happen.
But it is, and we can digress from there, but I agree that, there's gathering and a human instinct to have companionship is
having human contact and communication
is very important.
Is amazing.
Check this out.
Yeah.
There's some human contact with
right
that
there.
wave
Oh,
right
nice
there.
stall. Pump. Let's go.
They have to pump. That thing just ran away. That little section
still going
just
too.
Weaved.
Well, and that's what when I was talking with Isaiah earlier. Kala Grace.
That's
dropping in on
friendly fire right there.
Friendly fire, yeah. It's all good. No harm, no foul. So that wave before is what I was talking about earlier when I was sitting here on the live broadcast with Isaiah, is it sucks all that sand over. So now we got like that little sandbar on the end of the pipe that we all love because it extends the wave.
Right.
But if you don't know how to read it in a section where you should be pumping, you're stalling, you're not going to make it. And that was far on the inside reef as well. So when it runs like that, unless you're ready for it to run, and from the beginning you just start going, you're not going to make it. And the thing is, right, you stall a lot because you don't want to be, you don't want that to happen. Or you don't want to what the Tahitians call moila leash. The leash is getting barreled, but not you, right?
Yeah.
So everybody wants to stall, and then they're like, they stall more, and then they're like, I'm not getting barreled anyway. And then it's too late to pump and make it through that section.
Getting some kind comments via text message. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it so
Awesome.
much. And privileged, honored, and very appreciative to be here, being able to give you guys the call. And you know, guys like us, we never went, you know, massive world touring, at least for surfing. I know you've been bodyboarding and in world championships and stuff, but, you know, we've all been able to find kind of cool little niches that we fit into, and I'm just honored to be in this position, and thank you for all the support from everybody, from friends and family to all the, you know, everybody around here on the North Shore that supports what we do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, without that support, you know, we're standing by ourselves, and that's never fun. And like I said, it's good to be back in action. What we were fortunate and blessed enough to have living here in Hawaii, while the rest of the world was locked down, we still had surfing. We
Yeah.
could still go to the beach.
You know, that was the like the only thing you could do, as Lord Jesus himself is going to come down
right
from the
down,
heavens right
right
there.
on
That was
Kaena
just one of
Point.
those classic,
Calvary,
just the heavens open up and allow the sun rays
I can't
to
even hold
get
that.
the
I can't
harps
hold
and
that
all
note.
Yeah. Lovely, beautiful. Mahalo keakua. Thank you, Lord.
Absolutely agreed.
There's a bodyboarder kind of hunting on that inside
Mm-hmm.
section.
And that's what I used to love on my boogie, is that I could do that. Like, I would always sit inside when the sets came in, because I knew if it got too steep, I'd be right there in prime position to go. And then once I started riding surfing, every time I missed those waves on a surfboard, I always say, damn it, I wish I had my boogie.
Yeah, the grass was always greener.
Yes,
huh?
exactly. Well, and the light was always green.
Yeah, go.
You know what I mean? Just go, turn around. They're not going. Don't worry. You know, and it got to the point where I already knew, like, yeah, everybody can paddle, but nobody's going.
Yeah, maybe you can pontificate a little bit on
Oh,
that
did he make that?
transition.
Come
Wow,
on.
that was a great doggy door exit.
Nice.
Man, that was
Made
better
that.
than my German Shepherd.
Nice.
But just the transition of going from bodyboarding to surfing, and maybe, I don't know, maybe you could help therapize some of our fellow bodyboarders out here to maybe give it a shot.
Well, the thing was, we were out here one day. This was after I was in the hospital. I got out of hospital after a serious illness. I had viral encephalitis, which is basically a swelling of the brain. I was
No, I remember as a
ICU.
kid, I remember seeing that on the news.
Yeah.
It
So I
was
was
heavy.
in ICU in a coma for like 5 days. And so a couple statistics about viral encephalitis is 50% of the people who get it die. 10% are paraplegic. Wait, no, sorry. 40% are paraplegic, and 10% are blessed enough to make a full recovery. And, you know, thankfully, blessed enough that I was in that 10% to be able to come back. And, you know, sitting in the hospital room and going through everything that I went through that I could remember, you know, and that I was told, I had a different outlook on life. And so I was so spoiled because I've been doing this so long and, you know, fortunate to be able to do what I love for a living, that I took it for granted. I'm not going to lie. I would literally drive all the way out of here, like, the waves suck. I'm out of here. I'm going home. And so I came out after that. Oh, look at,
Oh my gosh, just jumping off the
jeez.
second story balcony.
That was more like the fifth story.
Or fifth story,
Jeez,
yeah.
That was the top of the
That was
bottom
the
house
fire
right there.
escape window.
You know, and so I drove out here a day to surf or boogie, and the waves were crap, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm not leaving. And so Andy, not Andy, Bruce was here, Jason Lau, a couple of boys like, we're going to just ride surfboards. Let's go out. I'm like, well, I don't have a surfboard. And I'm like, hey, wait, does Sonny have any boards here? Because he's the only guy close to big enough to my size that I could probably ride a board he had.
You weren't going to ride one of Bruce's boards.
Not
no way.
going to happen. Not with one
Maybe
foot.
two, like skis.
Yeah, like skis. Not with 1 foot. Not with 2 feet. 1 feet maybe.
Yeah.
And so I went and found like a 610. I was like, okay, let's go. Like all psyched, just like a little Grom, right? And everybody's jumping in the water, surfing, sandbar, gums and stuff, just having a good time. And it kind of just went from there. And I found myself a year later in the semifinals out here in what at that time was the Hansons.
Yeah.
The Hansons Pro.
Yeah.
Made it to the semi, paddling out. We were actually in the water waiting for our heat to start, and then got cleaned. Got cleaned out all the way past the lifeguard tower. Came back and just beat to bleep, and tired, and didn't catch the waves I needed to make it through the finals. But, you know, I was happy that considering that I had only rode a surfboard for a year,
Yeah.
and I made it to the semifinals at Pipe. I was pretty psyched on that. But still, being the competitor I am, anything other than first place is not enough,
Yeah.
right? Being that competitive, growing up in a house with brother and a sister, that's that
Take
competitive.
it easy, Ricky Bobby.
Here we
First
go.
and last.
Oh,
Nah.
to this
but no,
day,
that
nobody.
is-
I don't give nobody nothing. Even my
Yeah,
kids.
no, I know.
No, it doesn't happen.
Gotta
Everybody
work
got to
for
earn
it.
it. And yeah, and so that's how my whole surfing part of my career started. And you know, I started competing a lot on the surfboard. Then I added a longboard, did a couple amateur events, and then SUP was on the first year of the SUP tour with, you know, Kaika Kalama, Kolu Kalama. Like, we had a good crew traveling. And, you know, so just blessed. And then, you know, late within the past year or two, added foiling. And haven't done this enough. So being here is actually good for my mana, my personal na'au, to reconnect me to Pipeline. You know, just touching the water the other day, even though the waves weren't good for the SUP event, well, not how we would want it to be. I was just happy to be out there.
Yeah, and for our viewers, we brought up this word a couple times. I was talking about the Pipeline key eye that you need to be successful out here. Let everybody know that you're serious about catching that wave. Kainoa mentioned it. Your na'au is like your insides, your innards, and so when your uncles and aunties or anybody will tell you, you know, whether you're singing or chanting in Hawaiian language, to come from your na'au, which means to come from your inner being and your inner spirit and power, and that's what he's referring to.
Right, and put your everything into what you're doing.
Well,
yeah, and so that's how that transition started. And, you know, the rest is what, as they say, is history. And
it's still in the making.
Still in the making, yeah. Got a few things in my brain that I want to do.
All right, well, we're going to head to a recap of this free surf session. And check out Mr. Ballstack, the guy having the most fun, catching the most waves, staying busy.
Look at,
you know, and there's something to be said about that because he learned all the different little peaks and nuances of the Pipeline lineup, which from the shore looks like a compact area. But when you really break it down, there are so much different little zones as we see Mikey, Bruno, and Jamie O'Brien. I don't know what they were trying to do.
Yeah, that didn't work, guys. Just FYI, if Jamie or Mikey were wondering, yeah, didn't work. We got proof. Is Mikey red?
That is one of our other surfers that had that long extension, but couldn't really break
that little stall right there. Got him.
Yeah, somebody got donuts behind that boogie.
Behind him.
Oh my gosh. Well, I got to tell you, man, having
look at this thing.
Live free surf session on Surfline has been great. I hope it's been as fun for you guys to listen to and watch as it has been for us to bring it to you. Mahalo to Surfline, Salt and Air Studios, Mike Prickett, and all the crew. You guys killing it, doing such a great job. And we'll be on standby tomorrow morning for more Backdoor Shootout. So we'll know by 7:30 a.m. Hawaiian time. So those of you on the East Coast, it'll be right around lunchtime or just after. Those of you in California and the West Coast, you'll be a couple hours behind us. So we'll know, and when we know, you will know. And it'll be potentially a good day. It could be getting a little smaller with that clean backdoor section opening up. I heard Billy Kemper whisper to Uncle Eddie, hey, it could be 6 to 8 feet and glassy backdoor tomorrow. But there is another swell coming. There's another swell on the way.
Look at
as some of our less experienced pipe surfers traverse these waves. Kala Grace had a nice moment.
20 seconds. Oh, Kala Grace. Living up to the last name, Gracie. under pressure. Look at him.
Yeah.
Pump, pump, pump. Unfortunately, couldn't make that one.
Oh, that was probably might have been the wave of the session.
So far, yes. So far, yes.
That one could have been it for what we've watched.
I don't know.
So
JOB
far.
was pretty sick on the softie too.
JOB on the softie was pretty exciting, and that too. You know.
Alrighty, we're out of here, gangy. Aloha, mahalo nui loa for staying with us here. Myself, Kainoa McGee, Rocky Cannon.
Hey,
we'll possibly see you tomorrow.
Keep it on Surfline. Join the premium membership. It is totally worth it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Mahalo, aloha, and take care.
Got a large, long period swell heading towards the White Islands this weekend. Made a 60-foot face at an exposed spot.